My girlfriend, 28 female, wants to break up because I, 30 male, bought the wrong chocolate. I know this sounds crazy, but hear me out. My girlfriend and I have been together for almost 3 years now. Everything is going great and she's the love of my life. But today something weird happened. I told her I'm going to the grocery store to buy some stuff for the next few days. I asked her to send me a list on Messenger. We always do this so I don't forget anything important. I asked her multiple times if she needed anything to make sure we had everything at home and didn't have to go grocery shopping again tomorrow. She said she wanted chocolate. Fine. What flavor should I bring? Any flavor is fine. You know what I don't like, so just don't bring that. She sounded annoyed, which confused me, but I thought she was just in a bad mood. Went to the store, got all the stuff on the list, picked up some chocolates, and then headed home. When I got home, she asked where the chocolate was, and when I gave it to her, she exploded at me. I don't like caramel. How could you get such a simple thing wrong? Why did you ask if you didn't care about the answer? You're driving me crazy and I don't want to be with you anymore. I was flabbergasted. I tried to calm her down and have a conversation, but she stormed out and slammed the door. I want to give her space, but wow, what just happened? I sometimes got her chocolates with caramel and I don't remember her saying she doesn't like them. Can someone please explain what I did wrong? How should I approach her about this? Should I just let her be upset or go and talk to her? Edit. Let me answer a few things here. I asked her to write the list because she spends more time at home than I do, so I assumed she knows better what we need for the house. Some days I work 12-hour shifts and can't remember everything we need. I don't remember her explicitly saying that she hates caramel, but I will keep it in mind for next time. I didn't buy her a chocolate that she hates on purpose. I'm not a passive-aggressive person. I do chores around the house, but because she's working from home most days, she does more of the chores as well. I have to travel to work every day, so we made an agreement about the chores and she was okay with it. Yes, sometimes I forget things, but it's nothing malicious. I don't think that makes me a horrible boyfriend. I also always ask her if she wants me to get her anything. What would she like to eat if she needs anything at all? I care about her a lot. Yes, she's on her period right now. Edit 2 because I see a lot of assumptions in the comments. She doesn't do all the housework alone. I do 40% of the chores and she does 60%. I work 10-hour shifts 6 days a week while she works 5-hour shifts 4 days a week. We agreed to split the chores this way and it works for us. I mentioned her period because people asked about it in the comments. Nobody blamed anything on her period. It was just an answer to some questions. She experiences strong PMS symptoms during most of her periods and is waiting to see a specialist about it. Unfortunately, it takes a few months to get an appointment with them. I don't remember her saying she hates caramel. She eats Snickers bars with caramel in it, so I thought she'd be okay with it. I know her favorite flowers, perfume, McDonald's order, and how to make her favorite smoothies, etc. But running a business can be stressful and I can't remember everything, so I do forget small things sometimes. She also prefers to do things her own way, so I ask her multiple times about certain things to make sure she's happy. I'll wait for her to calm down and come to me. Hopefully we can talk everything through. Comment 1. Okay, very clearly this isn't about the chocolates. I would bet good money that this is about several things. She feels like you don't care, aren't attentive, and don't particularly make much effort. She doesn't feel listened to, and after 3 years together, dude, you really should know that she doesn't like caramel. She feels like she has to explain everything to you like you're 5 and you don't listen or do anything independently, so the fact that she couldn't even rely on you to just buy the correct chocolate without having to micromanage you over it was the straw that broke the camel's back. Comment 2. This is her tipping point. It's not about the chocolate itself. It's what the fact you couldn't even get the right chocolate represents. You always ask for a proper list. My husband does this, drives me bloody crazy. I'm meant to know exactly what we need, but he doesn't. Why doesn't he have eyes too? Doesn't his brain remember what we need, or a simple list mentioned only 5 minutes prior? Also, 3 years and you don't remember she doesn't like caramel. She's clearly been putting up and up with you getting her things she doesn't like. It's not the chocolate. It's the fact you can't apply your own brain to tasks and need every tiny thing explained. Comment 3. As some other people said, the chocolate was just the tipping point. Mine was socks. I broke up with my ex because of the socks he bought me. He never put any effort into what I like, into what I find interesting, into what I'm into. He bought me whatever he saw without any effort or thought. He never listened to me. I only wear black or white socks, never colored. He bought me red socks with the Pringles logo for my 18th birthday. I don't eat Pringles. I don't wear colored socks. We had been together for a year at that point. Also, I had got the exact same pair from Secret Santa at my school and I complained about them on the phone to my boyfriend, but he didn't even pay attention to what I was saying, I guess. It was my tipping point. It showed me he was never going to change, he was never going to care about me enough to even listen to me talk, let alone pay attention and remember what I actually say. There were also other issues in that relationship. I'm glad I got out of it. Now I've been with my current boyfriend for 4 years and it's enough for me to mention something I like once and he remembers and surprises me for special occasions. Best feeling ever. Update. I wasn't going to do an update post, but some people messaged me about it, so here it is. I waited for my girlfriend to calm down and come to me. After a few hours, she did. She was crying and really apologetic. We talked about what happened. She said her PMS made her really upset and her hormones were acting up more than usual this month, making her more irritable. I told her I understood but needed some space to think, so I slept in the guest room. I understand that she can't control her PMS symptoms, but I didn't grow up in a house where slamming doors and screaming at each other was a normal thing to do when someone is frustrated. Also, her saying that she wants to break up shouldn't be a heat-of-the-moment thing. Even though most of the comments were attacking me and making all kinds of assumptions, they also made me think about the dynamics of my relationship and the burden I take on myself. I feel like I'm doing way more in the relationship than my girlfriend. I'm carrying most of the weight on my own shoulders. I thought it was normal because I really love her and want her to be happy. But now that people have pointed out the whole mental load thing and how responsibilities should be shared, I'm starting to think I might have taken on too much. In a way, this might be the reason why she thinks she can treat me the way she did yesterday. Someone told me in the DMs that there's a fine line between being kind and being a pushover, and I sure as hell don't want to be taken advantage of because of my kindness. I'll talk to her today and see if we can figure out a way to share the responsibilities more evenly at home and in our relationship. I'll also have to lay down more boundaries, which will be hard, but I have to do it. Another update. After my last post, my girlfriend blew up again and threw a whole pizza on the floor because she got upset. This was it for me. I can't tolerate her outbursts, especially after a 12-hour workday. She also refuses to take on any more responsibilities around the house and doesn't want to work more hours. I even offered her a job at my company, but she refused. I'm heartbroken, but she doesn't want to change anything, and sorry doesn't cut it anymore. She's in the middle of moving out. Probably not the most positive update you were looking for. Comment 1. A concept seemingly foreign to many Redditors. Just because someone is in dire need of a punching bag doesn't mean you have to volunteer. Edit. I seem to have attracted the attention of a bunch of red pill assholes who seem to think men are horribly persecuted. Please feel free to take back your upvotes. I don't need your pathetic incel karma. Comment 2. Even more foreign a concept to Reddit. Just because she said he doesn't pay attention to her, it doesn't mean he isn't doing the heavy lifting. The update was the complete opposite of what they all wanted. Instead, backfiring by making him realize that he was giving more to the relationship than she. Comment 3. I have PMDD and this sounds like PMDD. I have had mild reactions such as the time my husband's roommate said he was making cookies and I was excited for chocolate and then I found out they were snickerdoodles and I started sobbing. I have also had 3 psychiatric emergencies in my life and every single time I got my period the next day. I can become suicidal. Slamming doors and hurting myself are also sometimes part of the behavior. I started a mood stabilizer and that helped immensely.